Yes, yes, thank you. I forgot. Thank you, appreciate it. Um, so I want to make the best use of your time. We're going to go over landing pages today. The key takeaways I want you to get from this is they're easy to assemble, they're cost effective, they're versatile, and the best part, they're yours. So try that one. So to get to the landing, is everybody ready, by the way? If anybody's getting in the command, is everybody logged in here? Okay, I'll wait till everybody logs in. You can follow along. It'll be really easy. We're just going to basically go over the basics. We're going to put together a simple landing page. No particular purpose. What we're going to do with this one is we're gonna attach a listing to it, so we can get you in that mindset of that. But you don't necessarily have to put a listing with it. But okay, kind of ready. Okay. Now, as you see on your if you're at home, which you may be, is the dashboard. You can click that red button right there. It's going to open the menu up so you can see what it says, and you're going to go down to consumer. Okay. Now in the consumer, for the consumer experience, you'll see agent site, landing pages, and guide builder. Go ahead and click landing pages. Let's see. So move this out of the way here. So your landing page is basically, and I got some already made and I can show you that, but basically it's just a website, pretty much a standalone single page website. There's objects you're going to be able to put on them, which we'll get to that, but you can change the web address per se with the name and everything, customize it, and then you could take that link and place it anywhere, just about in your email. You could place it somewhere where somebody could copy and put it in your in the web browser up here. You could put it in your paid campaign ads. You could put it in your free Facebook ads. I mean, it's just very versatile. And whenever they click on the link, then it's gonna open up the page. So basically, go to create web new page. I'm gonna do that first. Let's go ahead and just get into it. And you'll see.
Question, Frank, real quick. I had my computer on mute. Where exactly are you right now? I missed it.
Oh, no problem, no problem. You got your command open?
Yes.
Okay, hit that red button up at the top. You can spread everything out right there, and it's gonna be at the bottom, the consumer tab.
Okay, thank you.
Cool, cool.
All right, so I go from consumer to what? To landing page, right?
To landing page. Can you see my screen, by the way?
Can
you see my
I
screen?
see your face. I see your face, but I don't see like what you're doing.
Oh, okay. Well, let me see if I can fix that. All right. Do I got screen share? Can you put me on screen share? Okay. I guess I'm the tech trainer. I don't know how to put on screen share. No. Here anyway. Let's give me that education. Oh, it's in that. Zoom. All right. Well, duh.
Share screen. Whichever.
I think that's it. No, yeah, that might be it. No, well, we'll just go that one. Yeah, that's the screen. Can y'all see my screen now?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Training the tech trainer. Learning based. All right. So by now, everybody should be in the consumer tab, landing page tab up at the top right here. Hit the landing page tab right here. And we're going to jump right into it. Or unless, let's just jump right into it. Create new page. We're going to select the bottom one as a landing page, which creates the standalone. Now, the difference between the agent site and the landing page real quick is the agent site is more geared specific towards you, your agent branding, and like your team. That's pretty much introducing yourself, and it provides a search capability. Landing page is just pretty much that, just the web page, and you can do capture and everything. So create page, and I don't know, you might have something that comes up. Do you have a pop-up window comes up that says Kelly Sites or something like that? Does anybody got a pop-up? Okay, so is everybody in the canvas, I guess? All right, cool. All right. So this is the canvas area. The first thing I recommend everybody doing is going up to the top left and putting a name to it, because it's just good practice. So I'm just gonna say tech class landing. You can put whatever you want. You could put test landing page or whatever the case may be. But that would be the first thing I would do once you go into the canvas, is to name it so you can remember what it is that you're doing in case the computer shuts off, power shuts off, or, because it should auto save, but, just do that. Anyway, so off to the right-hand side right here, you have some elements which you add to the page, which is the agent branding, the branded header, lead form, legal footer, listing object, market snap, your local expert, video, testimonial capture form, and download your app. Yeah, I think they are recording.
Yeah, it said it was recording. Yeah, it's recording.
Okay, cool.
See the little red light?
I'm looking up in the sky. All right, so now at the bottom of this, it got content blocks. We won't get too much into that. You can add a picture, or you can add your own text and stuff. And I mean, I'm gonna show you an example of that. So the first thing I usually do, and I guess you can use this as a standard. The first thing I do when I put a landing page, I put the branded header up here, which you see the branded header has the KW compliance logo. It has your information, contact, and picture. So if you're gonna have to have your marketing profile set up for all that to auto populate, and you won't necessarily have to do anything. So you got your marketing profile set up, then you're good. The next thing you can put up is you can put up agent branding, which is pretty much the same thing with a little bit more. You got your agent brokerage number. You can put your website on it, and it's editable. I'm gonna take that off real quick. Next thing you can add on there is the market snap. The market snap is pretty much, it gives you your local market information about the average price of homes sold, how many homes are on the market, that type of data. And it's editable, and that's another element you can add onto the page. I'm gonna go ahead and leave that there. So after that, we have listing. I'm gonna grab the listing, and you just grab it and drop it. Boom. And what you got here, if you have a listing, or basically it's going to show a generic listing right now, and it's just going to show the picture of the home, basic information about it. It may pick up the data from the MLS as far as like the description, and it also has a carousel down here, which it will scroll through each one of the pictures that is listed on the MLS, right?
Frank, I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know if anybody else is able to do it while I'm on Zoom.
Okay.
Can you speak up, Kathy? Because I can't hear you.
You guys having trouble putting things on and doing it? I don't know why. Are you dragging it? I can't do anything. It's not.
Yeah. Don't you? It's okay. You got it now.
So I was trying to get other people in.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
While you were talking, sorry.
No, that's no problem. That's no
Okay.
problem. Yes. Yeah. So basically, you can grab the pieces and add them onto the page. Of course, you want to have some sort of flow, but of course, basics, you want to have the branded header up on the top, either the listing or the market snap there. We're going to get into the editing in a second, but basically you want to have some, you know, some type of flow with that. So we have, so far we have the listing, the market snap. So after that, I'm like, okay, we can add our app. Go to download your app, just at the bottom right here, and you just grab it and add it onto the page. And if you have your app code, that is your branded app. If they click on that, it will send them to the Google App Store and they download the KW app. You will get a registration ring. Well, it won't necessarily, you get a registration notification on your database. You're going to feel great because you can be like, yes, somebody registered to the to my database. And that's in its simplicity. Now, this they got video. You can add video on here. I'm going to drag and drop this on here. I'm going to come all the way down, which you can either upload a video, which I think how they did it, and I think they have a link on there. We're going to get to that when we get to configure widgets. But if you upload a video to YouTube, you can link that to this page, and of course they'll play it. Simple as that. They have a test. We're going to go to the lead form. This is probably one of the most important things as far as additions. This is the lead form. This is the basically captures your leads and prospects. It's pretty much cut and dry. It's just you're basically adding objects on there, you know. So this is particularly for a listing. So here's what we're going to do. Now we're going to go to the editing part of it. Okay. So when you want to edit, you go to configure widgets. I don't have no listing selected, so it brought up that. Did everybody? Are you? Go to the side over there. It says configure widgets. You see the configure widgets button? Yeah, click on that. And I don't know if you got the same window that popped up. Everybody got the same window with the listings that had popped up because it said no listing. Yeah. Did y'all add the listing widget? Yeah, if you add the listing widget, and obviously there was no listing added, and you select widgets, or I mean configure widgets, this is what happened with me. It brought up the property screen, and we're gonna just pick let's see, 2513 Jasmine. Yeah, and I got one already made for this, but I'm just kind of doing this just to show y'all from scratch. Now, once it comes up, you'll see the address that you want, which is this one. Hit select. Once you hit select, you'll see in the side right here where it got the listing information. You can also change the listing. You can add the header image, which is I believe the main picture right here. That's the header image. You could change that to, let's see, you could change that to the main, or you could just put that on there. And let's see, once you do that, you click save and apply. And that should change that, if it acts right, to the picture that you select. That simple. And there's with the listing widget, with this is pretty much, once you grab the listing, that's a wrap. It got all the it populates all the data. Now you can edit the verbiage about the property and stuff like that if you so choose to do so. But that's pretty much, look, you got all the details and features already pulled from the MLS. So basically all you're doing is adding a listing address for the listing widget, and everything else is pretty much done with that. Okay. It even even sets the map right. So you click save and apply. When you're done, you want to go up here where it says up here to the back or the back out. Okay. So the next one we're going to edit. Well, let me show you the branded header real quick. You can edit the branded header. You could change the text on here. Hi. Check this listing out. Now, once you do that, you could change the picture, your own picture, your name. All this stuff is already auto-populated. Your team logo. If you did if you got your market profile stuff, it's already populated. So you can just kind of do slight edits. So see, hi, check this listing out. So that easy to edit. The listing, yeah, if you wanted, once you're in the configure widgets, you'll have all these. You can select this, the market snap. Let's do that real quick. The market snap header, this is in like New Orleans, like in Gentilly. So let's see. In the header, I'm gonna put Gentilly, New Orleans, and you'll put whatever you kind of want up there. You can put something a little more catchy, but you generally want to let them know what area it is. The next one is the postal code, which the zip code for that 70122. 0122. Oops. That's mine. Oh, that's my zip code 00122. Once you do that, it's gonna pull up the neighborhood. So I don't know the exact neighborhood. So what I'm gonna do is let's see, Gentilly. I think it's Gentilly, South, something like that. But basically, it'll bring up the neighborhood within that zip code. You can scroll down and see all of them. They got all of them around there. And I'm probably gonna pick the wrong one, so I'm just gonna pick one anyway.
It's supposed to be Edgewood Park, but I don't think it's in there.
Let me see. Oh, there it is, Edgewood Heights.
I don't think that's it.
Okay. Yeah. And then in either case, I think it'll still kind of pull it up there. Let me see. Once we do that, now we'll see our market snap has been updated. Which of course, because let's see, this is not, I don't think, it's not right here, is it? No. See, and that's the thing. You want to try to get the neighborhood right, because I believe this neighborhood, let me see. No, that's it. I think close. Anyway, that's what's going to happen. It's gonna update the market snap. So make sure you have your neighborhood data correct with the postal code. The postal code, boom, and then the neighborhood data, you want to get that on there as well. So it'll be, have a good fit and finish to it. You don't want to have one, you don't want to have the wrong neighborhood on there. They're going to look at you, But anyway, in any case, save and apply.
Frank, I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, so in other words, when you put your listing up, that market snap is supposed to coincide with the house listing, right?
Not necessarily. If you do have the listing with it, I would definitely probably have it coincide with it, because then you're kind of like, it's almost like targeted marketing in a sense. They had, this house right here is at this price. And
Right.
So you're right about that.
Okay,
Now, if you do the market snap for like yourself, because there's different ways you don't necessarily have to put the listing on there. You could put your agent picture up there and then saying like, put the market snap and say, this is the area I'm marketing or something like that. So
okay,
but with the listing, you definitely want to be on point with the data. So, all right. So now that's done, market snap. These other ones are pretty simple. It's already said you don't necessarily have to do anything, but if you want to step outside of being a norm, you can go to download my KW app, right? And then it says you can change the verbiage here, get free access to local homes. You could just say something snappy. Hey, easily search for homes in your area or anywhere in the country. Just something that's charming or something, or you could leave it, I can't spell country. Something like that. You can even change the download app button. So it's very editable. And right here, you don't have to change that. That's your branded app code. Once they click on that, it's going to send them to the App Store, and they're going to download the KW app with your name on it. So basically, and whenever they search, it's going to send you an alert. Okay. Cool. So with the video, here's the thing with the video, won't get too much into that. You can just pretty much put a headline in it. I just want to show you that how easy it is to edit these widgets, you know, and this is the simple part. I'm not, there's other parts of it, but this on the basics of it, this is very simple to edit. Look, we'll just click hello, put a description of the video in there. You can either upload a video from your hard drive, or you can use a video URL from any location on the web. You know what I'm saying? So it's very, very portable and deployable.
So I have a question,
Mhm.
because, and I know they've made several upgrades since I've done this, because it was last year. The videos weren't working. I put it up on YouTube and it would not recognize it.
Mhm.
Try one yourself.
Were there videos that you uploaded? Okay.
Like I uploaded it,
I,
like
I
my own off of my phone, and I put it on like YouTube,
okay.
and then I put the link.
Okay.
And they make it working now. I just had trouble with difficult.
Right, right. Yeah, I guess it depends, because I know they had a lot of tweaks during the time, probably. Who knows? I'm just trying to get a link real quick just to see. All right. I'm trying to get a link for a video that without it making any noise, because I have noise. I wasn't supposed to hear that. Sorry. Okay, basically, whenever you want to download, y'all are familiar with YouTube and getting links, right? So I'm gonna go here. You want to get a link to the YouTube video, you go to share. And once you go to share, your link is right there. So copy. And that's for that. Go back to this, and then you would put it, the video URL, you put it right there. See, open house walkthrough. Let's go through right now. So save and apply. I don't know if it's going to pull up, but we'll find out. Okay. Then the last one is the lead form. Again, it's pretty much, you could just throw stuff on the page and just leave it like that, but you want to edit it. But they're really easy to edit, just once you configure widgets. Let's see, learn more, sign up today. All right. And that's just basically showing you it's very easy to edit, and just you can customize it, personalize it, add your own little personality or whatever. There the video is, right there is. So,
Cool.
and that's pretty much it. So once you're done with that, you go back and you click this bottom down here. Don't click, if you click this X right here, you're gonna probably lose everything and then you'll be upset. So, and if you're really frustrated with technology, then please don't do that. I'm just gonna say. Now, there's a lot of other things over here. We're not gonna get into this right now. This is like some very advanced stuff. Well, it's not that advanced. If your computer, whatever, then, but even I won't mess with it. Okay, up here, I want to show you. These are supposed to be like previews of how it's gonna look on, let's see, on the desktop. You click that, and basically, I think that's pretty much how it's gonna show. If you click this one, this is for a tablet, and it'll show you how it's going to look in as far as the depth. So if it's kind of good practice to go through that before you deploy it, so you can see where everything is at on the per device, and you might be like, especially if you upload something personal, like a video or something, you might have to use the end stops or whatever. That's a little more advanced, but you just kind of want to get a look at it and make sure it got a good fit and finish. That's for the phone.
So I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever we sign it up, however we design it, you don't have to actually design it. So for your desktop, the tablet, or the mobile, I mean, it's applicable for all of them.
Right. The only reason you would probably be concerned with these right here, as far as the differences, if you're uploading, say, if you go into the content blocks and you decide to upload an image, a self an image from your computer or something that you made in designs, say like a flyer that you're making that you want to, and I'm gonna show you an example of that as well. So pretty much that's pretty much it with the landing page, right? So and as a gamer, I'm gonna tell you this: do this often, even before you configure the widgets. Hit save landing page, save it, and once you hit save landing page, what it's gonna do? It's gonna bring you out, but just do that and just go back in to edit, so that way it's already saved. So if anything happens and you're like, well, I got most of it saved, or I got some of it saved, don't try to do all of it and then not forget to save it. Just try to save it often and just start the app back up. Now these are your like undo and redo buttons. It's pretty much, I mean, I guess like if you put something on there and you want to undo it, you can, but I've had problems with them, so I just really try to not use them as much. Of course, there'll be times you might have to use them. Huh? Yeah, see? Did you save it? So
I have a question, Frank.
go ahead.
Okay, so you're supposed to click done to save it, and then you also have to hit save landing page. So both steps have to be done?
I highly recommend it.
Okay.
I highly recommend it. So once you do that, that's pretty much it, everybody. I mean, there's more to it, but that's pretty much how you create a landing page. I mean, I can, and I'm gonna show you again. We'll put one together real quick to deploy it. So, okay, yeah, because it's basically all you're doing. You got a canvas, you name it, you put the objects on there that you want to put on there. That's going to be applied to whatever you want your landing page to go to, the purpose of it, and then you just edit the side. So it's really simple. Okay, now here's another thing with the you could change the URL, and you can change up to the numbers. So this is tech class landing. So you can put whatever you want. You can make it as long as you want. I'll say the best practice, depending on who you're dealing with, is make it really simple and have something to do with what the landing page is about, subject wise. So
where did you get that from?
go over here to these the dot.
Oh, okay, so you're actually on
Yeah. Once you save it, or you can
Gotcha. I'm there.
or what if you publish the page, and once you publish the page, here's the difference. If you save it, it's going to save it as a draft. If you publish it, it's going to go live. So right now this page is live. Will they see it? If they might search, they might find it. But I would take this link and I would probably put it in a paid Facebook ad or an unpaid Facebook post, Instagram. Well, not so much Instagram, but you can take that link, put it in your paid landing page, your paid ad. Once they click on that link, your landing page is going to pop up. They seem interested, they see the property, see all the pictures through the carousel, and then at the bottom they'll have the lead capture form, and they have the choice to sign up at that point, as opposed to using the Facebook lead capture form, and it automatically grabs their information and sends it to your database. So it kind of gives them an option. So this is what our page is going to look like right here. So you got all our elements that we added. We didn't have to add with the listing widget. We didn't have to do anything. Just, I mean, we could have edited this part as well, but we just chose not to. You can change any of the main pictures, the heading pictures right there, and the carousel just grabs pictures from the MLS and scrolls through. So if you go get a listing, make sure you have a very good camera and make sure you got plenty of sunlight. You're not facing the sun. Right. Best to get a professional photographer or a digital camera. Make sure they're level, because I will talk about you in secret. But yeah, it's best to have a lot of pictures, because from my showings, that's one of the things where like some of the people say, well, I don't see good pictures, so I didn't even want to see the property.
Well, I want to say, I
Depending on who it
wouldn't
is.
put a whole lot. I mean, I see some.
Just some good pictures.
Yeah,
good
some
pictures.
listings will have 40 pictures, that's a lot.
Right.
You don't want to put so much because you want to get the people in.
Right.
You want them to come. If they just see it online, they're not gonna come, right?
Right.
So rule of thumb is 10.
Yeah, but you want them to be good though, because if you got, you know, just.
Well, it's branding yourself.
Right.
So if you do them yourself and they're not professional, you know, you want them to be professional, so they're like, wow, this is awesome.
Right.
You know.
You want them to go out to the property, even though they will still go out there. I've had people come out and say, well, the being there in person looks a lot better than pictures, and I had seen vice versa. And then I had people that was even. You want that even part? We're like, yeah, this is just what I seen on the pictures. You know, so as much as you can.
And Kathy's pet peeve is toilet seats.
Yeah,
Sure they
toilet
have.
seats down. Toilet seats down. Toilet seats down. Make sure there's no cockroaches
Oh,
around.
gosh.
Yeah, sweep up the roaches. It's okay. Just sweep them up. Just because that.
Yeah, you can pull those up, girl. They pull it up. You can see stuff like
Yes.
dirt or, you know, blinds. Make sure your blinds, if there's blinds, if you
So-
can, sometimes you can't.
Mhm.
You know, make sure they're even, they're all open or. You know,
Level as you can. Just make sure them.
like
it's
you'll see
clear,
some-
no
When
bugs.
you're looking at, so what I give y'all to do when assign it is go through the listings and look at different
Look at the
agents,
pictures.
the listings online, and just check them out and see and critique them.
Yeah.
And say, that's what I don't want to do. That's what you shouldn't be doing, or, okay, these look good. you
Right.
know.
Another part of that to add on, if they're still in the market, 9 out of 10 is because of those pictures.
Yes.
So you just wait for those to expire, and then you contact that seller, like, hey, you know, you already know this agent, and you know one thing that you can do to help them to get the stuff.
There you go.
Mhm. Nuggets. I'm telling you. That's one of the good things. That's one of the things I tell people. I will take very good pictures, and I can only say that because I got a 48 megapixel phone now. But I got a digital camera. See, without that, then it's kind of like. But you want to take good pictures. So just going through the page real quick. This is all our edits. You seen we edited. So download my KW app. There's the video. I don't know if you want to. Let's see if it plays. Okay, yeah. See. So your video will play. I think now. Let's see. All right, we won't get into that.
I remember you doing that one.
I know that was my first open house, y'all. I mean, my first walkthrough. That was pretty fun, pretty exciting. Anyway, and that's the page we edited right there. Boom. So that's pretty much it. It's very simple. It's very portable. You can create as many as you want, and you got to think of the lead capture form as like lead funnels. That's what I know. You've seen the picture where they show you the picture of the funnel. That's what they're talking about. You making different areas for people to sign up. I mean, the pages can be used for so much. They're versatile. You can, I'm gonna show you an example. I didn't publish it, but this is something that I made for a potential, like an event. And again, like I didn't add in too much to it. There was a video. I was supposed to like actually show y'all how to do the class on this one, but this was the video. We did the video, but this is the one where I added the content block with the images, the pictures. Now, this is a little tricky because it won't act right, and you'll have to make sure you got your picture centered with the edges right. But this is an example of how you can unconventionally use the landing page for, like, I guess, somewhat personal uses, events, or something like that. I got the capture on there. I got the download my app on there. I got the compliance legal footer at the bottom. Oh yeah, I didn't go to legal footer, throw that at the bottom of all your pages, because the legal footer contains your Facebook link, and this is all in your marketing profile, your Facebook link, your Twitter link, your Instagram link, your YouTube link, and your LinkedIn link, which I got all of mine and uploaded in there. So if you decide to, oh, LinkedIn, oh, I didn't, you know, they check that out. So basically that's all that is. But that's just showing you another use for it. So you can make an event. You know, we're gonna have Dunk Take agents charity giveaway September 1st, where we're gonna place an agent in a Dunk Take. Everybody's gonna pay $2 for a shot to sync the agent, and then we're gonna give that money to charity. But that's just an example. We're not really gonna do that, but that's just an example. It'll be fun though. We should, huh? That was a plug for an idea. Let's see what happens. But anyway, that's just to show you another unconventional way that you using it for real estate, but you're using it basically to generate leads and capture people's attention. And just give, just like I said, you add it to your paid Facebook ad, any place where you put hashtags or brand yourself, put that link in there. If it's a page that you use for branding yourself, you can, you could put that link on a card or something. I'm gonna show you this one I did for Miss Kathy's listing for myself to try to plug into my ad. It's pretty much the same thing. Just about the property and stuff and
Now,
the
let me
market
ask you,
center.
have you been getting leads on it? You didn't bring me a buyer yet.
I know I've gotten one lead, but of course they're not serious, but they've gotten a lot of looks. So they might go look at the property because how the address is on there. They might go look at the property or they might call Keller Williams, but it's just having it out there and you're helping, whether it's your listing or if you're helping another agent with their listing, it's just the visibility part of it and getting it onto the market because without exposure, if you don't go tell anybody you're an agent, nobody's going to know, right? So this is think in that sense. So without exposure, for sale by owner is just a sign in the yard till somebody drives by it. So tell them, hey, I got another avenue where you can expose it to way more people than people driving by on this street, on this residential street with less traffic, value proposition. So, and that's pretty much it. It's pretty, and that's it. There's not too much I want to go into it to confuse it. That's pretty much you adding these objects onto the page and you're editing them. And that's it. Any questions?
With marketing profile, can you show us how to get to it to make sure that it's set up? I know that may be a question, or is that something that's already done, configured?
Well, I mean, it's configured, but the thing is you want to make sure you do want to check on that. Let's see.
Oh,
Yeah, check the chat. Marketing profile, you click up here and then you go to settings. I think. Yeah, up
I
here.
don't see anything on chat. It just said something about you may want to share your screen.
Yeah, I think that was earlier.
Yeah.
Look at the timestamp. So this is your marketing profile, or this is the link. This is the setup links for the Facebook and all that. It's part of your marketing profile. You would go to let's see, connect settings, marketing profile, and this is all the data that's populated into all your landing pages, your agent sites. As far as like the your information, you got your picture, the logo. This is the details that's populated into there, your agent license number. Make sure you go through there and make sure all that is correct. Definitely. Your phone number, and here's your bio. Your bio right here, that's on your agent site. They have a default one if you ask them to put one in there. But if you was at the Power 30 last week, this is where you would put why you would hire me. I mean, you don't have to, but I would. I mean, I think, they got their bio is pretty good, but you want to make it more personal. I would put that there. Make sure your mobile number is correct. If it's changed and all that, your email that you use, your website. If you have, this is the market center information that populates automatically. And down here, compliance, you don't have, just make sure this is in here, which it should be. Your legal footer. You can edit the legal footer. Like with my legal footer, I added this, interested in a paradigm shift in the real estate, and I got my Red Careers site on there. And I got a Pinterest link on there. There's just stuff you can add on there. Footer images you can add. This is just all stuff in your marketing profile. Here's the social part what I was talking about for the legal footer. You put all that stuff, and it's towards the bottom. You put that in there. The links in there. So you probably go to your site, your social sites, find out what the links are, put that in there. Okay, now the Facebook Pixel ID ads. My bad, I didn't mean to do that. And a Google Analytics ID. And I kind of remember you asked about that. Facebook Pixel is pretty much like, it's like an analytics tool, something, I think it's like a widget that you add to the page. And I think you can add it to, by having a Pixel ID here, you add that pixel onto whatever you add with your marketing profile, like on your landing page, agent site, and you get extra analytic information, basically. So it's basically just watching, you're checking your statistics. So you can do that. But I think there's a way you can do that in Command as well, as far as like if you run an ad, you can drive, they do generate CVS files of people like click, sign up and stuff like that. So, and that's pretty much it, I think. And at the bottom, make sure you hit save. And that is in the basics of it is in a nutshell, that's it. Any questions, or you want me to go over anything that was confusing or I didn't explain clearly?
It's awesome.
Thank you. So,
Another question I have,
Mhm.
you said that you can take the website after the landing page, after you publish it,
mhm.
and put that in your Facebook account. Does that kind of pick up from the last class that you did with like Facebook ads?
Yes. Remember when we were doing the paid ads, and let me see if I can swing through here real quick. We were doing the paid ads, and they had the part where you had to add a link. Okay, let me do this real quick. Basically, what that's going to do is going to, let me see if I can close this thing. See if I can create one real quick. I'm going to show you in the paid ad part where that would go. All right. So this is the paid ad, create campaign with the paid ads. Remember we went through last week, or if you generated one, or we can go over it again, we're going to. You would go down here to, let's configure media. No, not configure media. You go to Facebook settings. Once you go to Facebook settings, of course, it got all that information. You know, boom, you set that on there. Now, this is the destination thing. That's the destination. This is where you would add it. You add site or landing page. Of course, you want to hit learn more, or sign up on that. And then let's see. Let me go here to the landing page. I can basically just copy it. And if I could find that page again. No, that's not it. Oh my God. Oh, there it is. And you just basically, you can kind of like right click and just paste it in there. And just be wary of this because you got to put the HHP on there. The address got to be correct, or it's going to check it. It's going to automatically check it. So boom, it's good. That's where you would put that. Or also you could put it in the comments and stuff, but this is where you would put it in the Facebook ad, to where if they clicked on it, it would send them directly to the landing page. And then they also make sure you have the capture form on your landing page so they can sign up there for so. Any other questions? Zoom World, any questions, Zoom World? Okay, well, that will conclude this class. Just make sure you make Command a habit every morning. You know, just even if you get up early, just at least turn it on and look at your tasks, and scroll through just look at your contacts if you don't plan on calling. I mean, just plan on calling, but just make that a daily habit to start Command. Make it a daily habit to start Jizzering to Matrix. Okay. All right. Be tech-enabled agents.
We're trying.
Oh, we're gonna get there. And I guess, are we still here? Is people still in the Zoom class? I didn't exit yet. I guess the next class that I got planned. And if you got any suggestions, I could take it too. But my next thing that I wanted to go through was contact basics.
Contact basics.
Contact contact basics, and if we have time, we'll touch on like smart plans and tasks.
That was one thing, and I'm not sure if Nicole, when she was here, was able to.
Mhm.
But that was one thing that agents had said is the dashboard, explaining everything like on the dashboard.
Mhm.
I mean, opportunities, the activities, the timeline and all of that.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Kind of what you were saying.
yeah, I'm definitely gonna touch on that. Yeah, starting with the contacts, because I know it's gonna, dealing with your contacts is gonna affect other parts of your database. The way you interact with your contacts is gonna affect the way your database health is. Because you're gonna create tasks that's gonna pop up. You're gonna have to have phone call, events that's gonna pop up if you set the smart plans and stuff like that. So it's basically kind of giving you an idea of what you need to do, so you ain't gotta guess. So that's why you make Command happen. We'll get into that though on the next class. Next week, we're gonna hit contact basics.
So that'll be next Thursday?
Next Thursday. Next
Um,
Thursday at 11.
And maybe in between that, they can kind of think if there's any problems or difficulties or anything else that you guys might want.
Yeah.
Let Rihanna or I know, and then we'll be trying to try to plan something.
Yeah, and also we can eventually, once I get the classes already free, because what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start doing the next class, and I'm gonna start doing the next class every other day, so I have them already done. If there's any, I'm gonna have one day out of the week where we're gonna also like just have like an open lab, if you so wish. So during that hour while I'm at the market center, if you have any questions or want to do anything as far as like Command, then you can ask, and you just, it's pretty much.
So like the open lab where you'll be here at a certain time?
Yeah, I might not necessarily be on Zoom. If you want to Zoom, and you don't want to come here, then you'll have to set up an appointment on my calendar.
He had kind of said on Mondays, for the training,
Yes.
okay, on Mondays and the training, like the 9 to 10.
Yeah, we can do it within that time too. If
Unless you
permitted
want-
that y'all take care of what y'all need to take
Yeah,
care of.
But if you rather another day, let Rihanna and I know, and then
Right.
let me know on the schedule, so I'll make sure it's on the calendar.
Okay, and that we'll have the open lab. We're gonna have the class, and then we're gonna and like I said, if there's any one-on-ones, like if there's anything outside of what we haven't taught or something that we went over already that you want to know, we'll schedule on my calendar, so that way we can log it, and because I have to update the market center with that information. So.
Before you log off, I wanted to make sure this is Frank
No, absolutely.
related. So thank you so much for awesome class and for making yourself available for us to learn and to grow our business by becoming tech-enabled agents. But I also wanted to make a last call for Bold. I know we don't really push it, and you guys are new agents, and Bold, as we told y'all from the beginning, is like Ignite on steroids. Like, it's pretty intense, or at least it was when we're in person. And we don't want to add too much to your plate. However, if you were really serious about focusing on your business this quarter, and I know many of you guys are, Bold is at a reduced price because it's via Zoom still for $400, so $399, but that's $400. And I know that's sometimes a chunk to jump into a 6-week class, but I'll tell you this, the one thing that I wish they would have told me as a new agent was that there is a reimbursement program. If somebody told me from the beginning that if I go to class and I do the work, that they will reimburse me if I get a listing or if I had a closing to where it will be 0, then I would have signed up and invested in my business from day one. I don't care how hard the program was, because I was going to bet on it. So it's $400, and you have 2 ways that you can be reimbursed. You can be reimbursed for the $400, at one listing rate, or 2, and they can do $200 for your first. Yeah, 1 transaction or 2 transactions. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna sign up for it. It's gonna be Thursdays for the next. It starts next week. I think August 5th. There's gonna be a week that they're gonna skip for Mega Camp. However, 6 weeks on Thursday, 9 to 12, right here at the office. So what we're gonna do, you can do a Zoom at your house, but we're gonna come to the office the same way we're doing today. And for those of you on Zoom, we'll meet here and we'll put Rob Daniel online and we can set up our table. We have more than this, then we'll set up 2 teams right here in the office so we can hold each other accountable and it can be kind of a live in person and Zoom. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah, so I did ask that question because I have a trip that I'm trying to plan.
Mhm.
And it was not answered if it was only live in person or via Zoom, and I did not get that response. So are you definitely sure it is via Zoom?
I'm definitely sure it's via Zoom because Rob is not traveling. However, they're offering the live for us. Like if you're at the Metairie Center, New Orleans, or your own market center wants to come like we're doing today, then you can come live
Live here.
here. And when they break up into the groups on like we did this morning, like, you know, you went to 4, like they're doing the groups, then we're gonna break up and do our groups here instead of participating in the online Zoom groups.
So if someone is out of town traveling
Mhm.
and has a vacation
Mhm.
and they break up into groups, how would that work?
You're asking me too many questions. I don't know.
Well, I'm just thinking,
Well,
who knows?
Well,
what
I can
they-
answer that. We can do a Zoom here in the office. So if you come and you have a trip during those next 6 weeks and you're in one of our office classes, then we can Zoom you in,
Okay, all
I
right.
guess, to our office Zoom link and then,
Yeah,
help you
I don't know if
participate.
anybody else has trips, but I'm
okay,
trying. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I'm trying.
okay,
Kathy needs to get away.
me too. Yes, ma'am.
When does the board meeting start? for this
Um,
board?
The 5th.
Okay, hang on, Jody sent it.
And tomorrow's,
So, oh, yes, thank you, Dion. Tomorrow's the last day to sign up. The last day to sign up is tomorrow and they need 11 people, I think, or
less than that.
8, it's 8. Because 3 signed up during that, unless it's canceled. The minimum that they can have is 40.
Okay, so today was step 1, which was a free, well, it said step up. Today was the step up, yeah. Thursday, August 5th would be step 1, and it's from 9 to 12. And then, it goes August 12th, August 19th, then we skip a week. And then it jumps back into September 2nd, September 9th, and September 16th.
So how many of you think that you can sign up for Bold for tomorrow?
Well, I'll sign up now that I know I can do it virtually.
Okay. Now, if you, I didn't see hands on Zoom. I can't see hands, even if you did put it up there. Just letting you know. I can't.
I got Zoom off.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to see it even
Well,
if
do
you
the
did.
chat, right? Have them raise their hand on the,
In the chat, how many of you guys think that y'all are willing to commit to Zoom or can participate? It's a $300, I mean, a $400 investment, but it is reimbursable. Now, go ahead.
Can you explain what the reimbursable part means?
That means that if you actually have buyers or sellers under contract,
Mhm.
while you're in Zoom, while you're in Bold, during the time,
not before.
not before, not if you already have contracts, but if you get these seller listings or buyer listings while you're in Bold and they close, or when they close, then they will reimburse you what you paid for your Bold class. So the office, the market center, will give you $200 back or added to it to reimburse you for attending Bold.
So you need 2
Transactions.
transactions in order to get fully reimbursed. If you have 1 transaction, you be reimbursed to half.
Yeah.
So,
$200.
I mean, it's a good deal because when Rhonda and I did it before COVID, it was $800. So, you know,
Yeah.
that was more like 4 transactions,
Correct.
right?
And this is, I think he said one of the last times that they're gonna do Bold at a reduced price. And I'm sure it's due to COVID, but I've gone to Bold probably 7 or more times. And I may have paid for it once, but that's it. Like, all you gotta do is tell me that if I do the work, then you're gonna give me back my money. And it's an accountability
It's
program.
accountability.
That's what
the
it
biggest
is.
thing.
That's really what it is. Every time I've gone to Bold, I've doubled my business. Every time.
Plus, it's a competition within our office,
Yes.
right? We could do a little competition with that too.
It is, it's a straight up competition. You're competing against other agents, and most importantly, you're competing against yourself. It's accountability. You have to show up, and if not, your office, your team, you know, they not suffer, but you do. You foul out, and you don't get in your money back. So if you don't show up and if you don't do the work, then you get a foul. If you have 4 files, I think, I don't know if it's 4 files or 5 files, but you can turn them. Then you foul out. And if you foul out, then that reimbursable portion is off the table, I think. But we're gonna say it is. Don't foul out. You can redeem your files, but they'll go through the standards. And if you have a trip, that may be a foul, but since it's Zoom, you can still participate. So, and if you can't, if for whatever reason you don't have the $400, you would want to participate, but you just don't have it tomorrow, then, you know, come and talk to us. We'll go talk to leadership and we'll see what we can do. So sometimes they have like loaner programs, you might have to pay interest. I don't know how they'll figure it out, but you know, and that don't let $400 stop you from growing your business at all.
No,
Well,
it's-
yeah. We'll do it.
Bold is awesome, and
Yeah.
we're good coaches, but we're not math coaches.
Right.
And Rob Daniels, just in the last couple of times I've listened to him, we listened to him on Monday, he's phenomenal, you know? He's given a lot of nuggets,
Mhm.
and you'll get those, you know, with that, so.
Yep. Alrighty. Well, thank you guys. I think, yes, it's 12 o'clock. We're right within our time frame.
Right on point.
Yes, I appreciate you guys for coming, for showing up and showing up for your businesses. Thank you so much, Frank, again, for your nuggets, for your knowledge, and for sharing that with us. Y'all apply it, y'all learn it, and that's your homework. Create some landing pages, post them, and
Look at those pictures on MLS too.
tag us. Yeah, that's funny. You're like, dang, how do you have, you know, those dark pictures for $500,000?
I'll say,
What in
the
the
house
world?
I'm living in right now, the only reason why that house was on the market is because, and she was.
All right, bye, everybody. See y'all next
Bye.
Thursday.
The only reason I got that house, because I was living out of state, I was relocating here, was those photos. They were awful. And somebody, I told, it was a lateral limb agent, and I told the broker.
Hello.